This week's edition of A Friday Night in conjunction with Heineken, official beer of Lancashire Cricket and, of course, Emirates Old Trafford. Delighted to got three more team lads today. We've got Steven Croft, we've got Tom Bailey, and we've got Livingstone. How are you doing, boys? Everyone keeping well?
All
Very
good,
well,
thanks, mate.
What's been happening? Who's going to kick me off? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bored are you?
What's higher than 10?
To be fair, I'm doing all right, to be fair. I'm keeping busy. Not so much bored, obviously missing cricket. But yeah, I've been keeping busy, obviously with the kids, trying to stay fit, and Mrs. bossing me around the house, so I've had plenty of jobs to do, and yeah, keeping busy.
Brilliant. What about you, Liv?
Absolutely not. I am so bored. I'm currently living in a 2-bedroom flat with my missus, and it is, honestly, I'm so done with this now.
Have you got a balcony? Can you see out? You got a balcony? You must have a balcony.
Thankfully, we have got a balcony, but it doesn't really get the sun till like 5 o'clock at night. So it's a bit of a shame. Otherwise, you could spend a bit of time out there getting a tan or something. But it is so boring living in the same area that you do, or well, you're meant to do your workouts. Eating, drinking, everything in the same place. So boring.
Well, listen, lads, it's obvious that Livy and Tom, you've been very, very busy in your time. Talk us through this new look. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it.
It's actually so easy. You just wake up in the morning. You don't even have to worry about it anymore. You just get up and get on with your day.
What about worrying about losing it, or
can't lose it if it's not there.
Tell us, have you done it yourself? Have you done it yourself, or has your missus done it for you?
Well, both of us. So she started the job, and then the battery went on the razor, on the shaver, and then she went to bed, so I had to finish it off by myself. There's a few funny pictures circling around.
You're going to have to share them, mate.
Made it viral, I think, Steve.
Yeah, they were on. I think made it onto BBC, didn't they? Unfortunately.
Yeah. Crofty's next, I reckon. Crofty's has got to go as well.
No,
See,
I might not grow back at my age. Look at all that. You two are jealous, aren't you?
It doesn't grow back at my age either, but you've just got to get it off.
It's not that hot yet.
You're keeping yourself pretty fit, boys. Have you got programs? Have you got some off Big Sam? Is he following up on looking after you at M and Webby?
Yeah, they've been in contact. A few video calls. Yeah, we've not missed Webby's voice to be fair, but yeah, it's nice hearing once a week instead of every 10 seconds. Yeah, we all know that account as well. It's 3, 2, 1. I think that must be ingrained into him. You say hello to him, he says 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so personally, yeah, keep him pretty fit, and to be fair, you've got the time to do it really. And it's a good excuse to get out in the garden by yourself.
And like you say, living in a flat must be tough. Whereabouts are you? Are you in the city centre? Are you out and about somewhere?
Salford Quay, so it's actually quite nice around here. I can get out and walk and run and stuff. It's just being in the time that you're in the flat. Thankfully we've got quite a big living room, so there's enough space to do stuff. It's just the same 4 walls all the time. It gets to you. So it's just got to the point now where some days I wake up and feel really productive, and other days I just lie in bed and watch Netflix. It's either one or the other.
Most days.
You know what I'm missing? I'm missing restaurants, and I'm missing bars and pubs and nipping out for a pint, especially when the weather's this good. And I'm really struggling with not being able to go to the local and have a pint sat in the garden. It sounds like I'm a bit more dependent on it than you lads, but I'm missing actually going out.
What about the golf course? Well, you're there every day, aren't you?
Oh, don't tell me. I've done 2 very, very productive things today, Crofty. Very, very productive things. Great things. I spoke to Wazim Akram in Lahore this morning over Zoom like this. So me and Waz and Luke had an hour with him, and then I put my son's goalposts up and tightened the net. So you know when you hit the ball and the ball comes back out of it, it looks great. and I've also shaved my chipping area in the back garden. That's what I've been up to today.
How big's your garden for your chipping?
It's quite big, and it's conducive to a shank as well, let me tell you.
Good job. Need to be big enough for your thin.
Unfortunately, thin's not a word that I'm using very often at the moment. Crofty, we before we came on air, now we mentioned your little bits of skills, and the backdrop behind you is a beautiful bit of Art Deco kind of woodwork. We've seen a lots on Instagram at the moment of your handiwork. I didn't know you were this good at woodwork.
Yeah, it's something I enjoyed. We've done, my wife's done a couple of house renovations now, in our third move, and hopefully stay in this one. I've done that much work on it. Hopefully stay and get to look at it. But yeah, I enjoy getting the tools out and smashing things up and sawing things up and then putting them together. And yeah, I quite enjoy it.
Making me feel massively inadequate. My missus looks on Instagram every night and says, look what he's made today. Look what he's made today. And all I've done is made a cup of coffee in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, it's some of the fitness we say. It gets me sort of out of the house. I know I can't really go far, but yeah, just sit down with my saw and my thoughts at times and watch my fingers.
You're doing a great job. Bales, have you got any like hidden talents that we don't know about? Are you into cooking, or you art or music? What are you into?
Call of Duty.
Flying by the looks of them ears.
Hey. Let's have a close look at that hair again. I've been doing a lot of painting, Eggy.
Painting?
Yeah. I've been I found Crofty a bit inspirational, taking a few tips off him, but I'm yet to get to his level, but hopefully one day I'll get there.
You've been Call of Duty as well, Bales, haven't you? You're good at that.
Yeah, lots of PlayStation. I know Al last week said he's been tempted a few times, but
lost you a little bit there.
He doesn't pay his internet bill, that's why. It's too expensive for him.
He makes to cross the roads.
Look at him, he doesn't even buy glasses at home. He has to use his protein shakers.
Well,
Jesus.
Get the sponsors in.
Love it free. Is anyone doing any cooking? Who's doing the cooking in your house? Are you having
My missus.
Really?
Absolutely, I can't cook any. I tell her I can cook for heaters, so I cook once every 2 weeks. She does the other however many meals.
Well, I thought you'd have been.
I'm used to it. I don't have the patience for it. No.
Livy's cooking. He's going on to deliver it up and picking.
Press in order.
Everything on the menu.
I can't cook. No way.
Is it a bit like your batting? Smash it. Just smash everything together quickly and get on with it.
Pretty much, yeah. Doesn't matter about the taste of it. We're just saying, honestly, we've been in here 3 years, and I reckon in the first week of isolation, we used the oven more times than we had in the rest of the 3 years.
I bet your missus is going to give you a right mouthful when she's finished.
She knows. She goes mad at me every day. You're going to cook something today? And I'm like, nope. We had fajitas 2 days ago. We can't have them again.
Must be. We spoke last week to the lads as well. You spend all that months indoors in the indoor school at Emirates Old Trafford, on the bowling machines, pounding in the fast bowlers, pounding in the gym, lifting the weights. You must be desperate to actually get started, especially with the weather being like this.
I know Livy didn't come to India, but the lads who went to India, they were almost ready to start the season as soon as we got back. So they were itching to get outside as soon as we got back, and then to find out we weren't going to South Africa was a bit disappointing. And then obviously it all kicked off, didn't it? But hopefully we can get some sort of cricket played this year. Yeah,
fingers crossed. And Croft to you as well.
Yeah, I called Bales really. Obviously lucky enough to go to Mumbai with the club, and we had a great trip there. We got a great week's training in some awesome facilities, and we even got squeezed a T20 in as well, and we played really well. We haven't played, I think, for 4, 5, 6 months before that, and the lads were ready to go and put in a good performance, so it puts us in good stead when we do play cricket to know that we've had some good training before, and we can hopefully just turn it on when need be. Obviously, more prep would be preferable, but everyone's in the same boat as us as well. It's not just us, everyone around the country, and hopefully do so when it is when it is safe again to get out there and get the bat and ball in hands. But yeah, massively missing it.
Absolutely. You mentioned India and Livi. You spent some time in the PSL. That's right, isn't it? And you must have been itching to get going.
You know what? I was actually really happy when this kicked off to have a little bit of a break. We were chatting during the PSL about how I was going to get a couple of weeks of resting before the season to make sure that I wasn't blown out come June or July. So I was actually quite relieved to have a little bit of a break. But that 2 weeks has now passed, and just raring to get going. But it's obviously frustrating when you can't even do any, even being able to train or go to the gym or something. You just not being able to do anything is the most frustrating thing. So yeah, I was actually quite happy that we had a bit of a break. But yeah, obviously can't wait to get going now.
We spoke to Waz early on about, and he mentioned the PSL, and it was great that cricket's got taken back into Pakistan, and the country's been given a right lift. How were your experiences out there?
Yeah, it was. I went last year, and it was the security is ridiculous. Like, it's presidential security, so there's nobody that can get anywhere near you. So it's really safe. It's just the fact that you can't really get out and explore the country or anything. You're just stuck in your hotel rooms while you're not playing. And we had a little bit of travel. Traveling around Pakistan this time. We didn't just play in Karachi, and the planes weren't the biggest, so I didn't really enjoy that part of it. But yeah, like, playing cricket out there is different to anywhere. Pakistan and India are different to anywhere in the world. They just live and breathe cricket, and obviously, having not seen it, especially in Multan and Islamabad, where it was the first time they'd played there, having not seen cricket, it was carnage. We were going on like 5-mile trips to the ground, and the roads were just lined with people.
Really?
You don't really get that in England, so the experience is so cool of being able to experience that. And I'm sure it's a bit different for Waz over there because he is an absolute king.
No, he's a legend, isn't he? Great catch up this morning. He mentioned, he mentioned everything that you've mentioned there about the imported players coming in and really enjoying the culture, but not being able to get out and see as much as they'd want to do, really. And you're a bit of a golfer, so like Bales as well. And there's no golf course, I suppose you can nip out to and have 18.
Don't ever call Bales a golfer again, ever. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's just being able to do things like that is what makes it exciting. Especially like last year, we went to Dubai. We played the first bit in Dubai, and your days off, you can go and play golf. You can go and experience different things. Whereas you're just stuck in your hotel room playing FIFA. So it's a little bit frustrating about that. But the actual cricket side of it's great fun.
Yeah. Bales, have you got anything to add to that? I mean, that seems like there's a bet coming on when we get out there on that green stuff.
Well, I'm happy to play him as long as he sticks to the rules.
Whoa. That's unbelievable.
Jesus,
there's only an extra ball in that pocket of his.
Oh, here he is. He's in shambles, Bales. Oh.
I've never heard someone say I've found it that many times.
He hits it that far. That's the problem.
Cheers, Heggy. Thanks, mate.
I'm not saying it's in the right direction.
Doesn't have to be.
How are you doing homeschooling, Crofty? You got a young family. Are you doing any work with them? I know that I've got a 6-year-old, and it's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, Ottilie's 4, so yeah, she's going into school next year. She does 3 mornings a week usually. So yeah, we've been trying. She's been doing a bit of exercises in the morning. She does an art class, and then yeah, I think she'll be a sporty side rather than academic. But no, yeah, she's coping all right, really. We try and do all these online stuff, the online learning with her, and just try and integrate learning into everyday life. Really, she's coping quite well at the minute, and still doesn't know what's going on quite as much. Really, she still thinks we're on house holidays, and she's obviously missing her family coming round. But But yeah, it's tough for them. But I suppose everyone's in the same boat, really. And you've got to try and make the most of it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And my 6-year-old, you can't keep him at the table to do it. He's meant at taking penalties at the minute, but getting to do anything, he's absolutely rubbish. You must be exciting times for the Red Rose.
It is. What Crofty said there is, a lot of people say when they finish cricket, is the biggest thing that they miss is going into a changing room every morning, and you kind of brush it off and you think, it's 10, 15 years away or whatever it is. But even 3 weeks in, you actually do. You miss just having a laugh with people in the morning. And that is the biggest thing that I found. We're quite lucky at Lancs that we've got quite a good group who everybody gets on together. So, I think that's the biggest thing that I found is just missing that walking in every morning, speaking to people and just having a laugh and a joke as we usually do. So that's the one thing I've missed.
But as a team unit, are you boys? Do you speak to people online? Do you get together as a group? What we've done as a leadership group, we have a catch up once a week, and it's just we don't talk about work and the stuff that's going on, but we have like a music quiz. Have you got anything? Have you ever got anything going on between you there?
That's a good thing about WhatsApp groups these days, that you can actually still stay in touch with loads of people quite easily. We just have some random stuff going on there every now and then. Everyone has a bit of a laugh, and then it goes quiet again for a couple of days, and then one of the lads gets bored and fires something on again, and everyone takes a mick out of each other. So we've just been trying to stay on the WhatsApp group as much as we can, and hopefully in the next however many weeks, next 2-3 weeks, hopefully we'll be back taking the mick out of each other, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah, Jonesy's kept us entertained. He's got some really good picture quizzes. I'll have to send you them. They're really tricky, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just about to come on to Jonesy, actually, and we'll probably speak to him.
Please do.
In a couple of weeks.
Have we got long enough?
How was he going? Because he's a live weight. He doesn't sit down at the best of times, so he must be going out of his head.
He will be only being allowed an hour exercise a day. He can't climb a mountain in an hour, can he?
He'll be doing it virtually. He'll have it on his telly, and he'll be on some sort of contraption that he's made that mimics a mountain or something.
Wouldn't surprise me if he's bear crawling across his front room pretending to climb.
Trying to catch his dinner in the garden.
You've done quite well to get into some decent shape, Jonesy, as well. So I think it could be a bit different once all this is over.
Yes, well, it's probably gone one way or the other.
I think
I'd love to see his fridge
again.
Settle down, Bales.
Talk to me about staying in, and it's important just to get a message that keep yourself active and stay in to get pretty safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as much as they're missing, go on, Crofty.
No, you go, mate.
As much as they're missing watching cricket, we're definitely missing playing cricket and training as much as they are. So I'm sure our health is our wealth at the moment, and hopefully, if we all abide by the guidelines, we'll get rid of this virus as quickly as we can, and we'll hopefully get back to normal and doing what we love doing, which is performing in front of packed stadiums at Emirates Old Trafford.
Brilliant, great message.
The medical team at Lancs as well have been great, obviously led by Rooster and Sam Byrne. Have weekly updates, checking out how everyone is, if you have any symptoms at all, and they're there to help. And psychologists on hand as well. We've got Lee, who's been with us a fair while now, and got all the help we need with the nutritionist as well, sending some recipes through if we need any help there as well. So we've got all the help we need, obviously, and it's down to us as players and responsible human beings as well to follow the guidelines as well. We don't want to spread this disease as any more. Obviously, you don't want to go out there and start playing when it's unsafe. You want to do so in a good environment as well. So I think as long as people stay at home more earlier, I think we'll obviously get through it quicker as well.
Bales, you got anything to add to that?
Just make sure you're clapping 8 o'clock tonight.
Good shout.
This is going out on Friday, Bale, so you'll be about 24 hours late. But nice try, anyways.
He'll be clapping in. We'll talk about.
Make sure you're clapping at 8 o'clock next Thursday.
Classic. We'll talk about. Have you watching any box sets on Netflix or Prime or anything like that? Can you recommend anything on that?
Unorthodox.
Well, that was my batting technique.
Sums you up, that, Bales.
Couldn't suit Bales anymore, that.
It's
Have any of you seen? I've been watching the test. Have you watched the test?
Yeah, I've watched the test and I've watched the F1 one, the Drive to Survive, which was unbelievable.
Was it?
They're the two I've watched.
What's the test on?
Prime.
Amazon Prime. You got to pay for it, Bale, so you won't be
I thought you meant
watching
what was it based on then?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
The F1 one's great. We obviously see behind the scenes of cricket every day, so you can kind of relate to the test, and you can. It's sort of what you do every day, anyways. But seeing behind the scenes of F1 is it's cool to see different sports, how they go about different stuff, and how different athletes have got to be a different way in certain sports, like the way how selfish they've got to be, obviously performing on their own against a sort of a teammate but a rival at the same time. Such a cool series to watch.
Oh, F1, I'll look at that. I've just bought it. Yeah, $6.99 a month, perfect, great value that.
What is Netflix?
No, it was on Prime. That I've just got Prime, $6.99.
Bales won't pay that, no chance.
Dodgy box, Bales.
I didn't realise Bales was very careful with his cash. I thought he was very generous, lad.
Jesus. We've got a good top three, actually.
What's your top three?
It's a close one between the head coach, Graham Onions, and Tom Bailey.
I'm definitely third in that group.
I'm not sure he is. I'm not sure. It's close.
But he's 100% top.
Is he?
Yeah, absolute nightmare.
And if Bale's saying he's a nightmare, it must be a nightmare. You want to see Bale's golf bag? His shoulder strap snapped, so he now carries it by the handle. So Bale's walked around 18 holes of a golf course with a bag in his hand. Good. It was starting to get a bit embarrassing.
I can tell you've missed the Mickey taking and the banter that goes in a dressing room. Who gets it?
In fact, while we're on this golf, I've got another good story about Bales. Have you ever known anyone buy fake golf clubs? Bale's got a set of golf clubs, tailor-made golf clubs sent from China. About 70 quid they cost him. I've never known anyone buy fake golf clubs.
And he wonders why he can't get it off the ground.
In the shed, gathering dust, never coming out again.
We're gonna call it a day there with the lads. It's been fantastic, great chatting to three lads we've not caught up with a long time. Steven Croft, Tom Bailey, Liam Livingstone. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. Keep staying safe. Fingers crossed. We're through the worst of this now, and we can hopefully see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel and get out there playing some cricket. What do you think on a final word from all three of you?
Yeah, can't wait.
Should be good.
Yeah, everyone stay safe. Thanks, Woz. Great catching up with the lads.
Cheers, Heggy. Cheers, mate.
Well done, boys. Great to speak to you. Look after yourselves, and we'll speak very shortly.
Cheers, Eggy.
Cheers, Heggy. See you soon.
Cheers, lads.